if they do that, they're going to be, the Cougs will be very, 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 very tough to beat.
That's why Hunter's in right there. Oh, got to shoot a three.
Wilson. Oh, and we are tied.
What a game.
Let's go! Call them by Slamma Jamma.
And I don't ever let them forget where we come from.
Getting those phones out. Record me acting ignorant, man.
Baylor empties it out. Quick toss. It's going the other way. Second pick of the night. Jeremiah Wilson finishes this one.
Seventh heaven for Houston. The Cougars advance to their 7th Final Four.
Go Coogs! Let's go!
That's right. Go Cougs. Where is it? Welcome to this exciting edition of Let's Rage Coug, presented by the Saxenian family. I'm, of course, KG Kris Gardner of Houston Round Bar Review. With me is my brother, Dayon Dunlap. How you doing, man? Can I guess?
Man. Hey, I'm almost lost for words. I expected to be here, but the way we showed grit, the way we never quit, and we just showed the toughness that we showed mentally, physically, all the way down the stretch, and pulled it out. Man, what a game, man! I like what Kenny said. Like we are Clutch City.
Clutch City.
We are Clutch City, no question. We the new Clutch City. We own that for sure.
Yep, 5 down, 1 to go, and salute to everybody for already commenting on it. And the Pinto Law Firm is the sponsor of that. We're gonna get into a lot of stuff. Andy is in the locker room. Fluff will join us momentarily. My phone's blowing up. Fluff's phone is blowing up. Dayon's phone, I'm sure, is blowing up. I mean, it is always great to be a Cougar, but right now I am 48 hours away from getting ignorant, becoming a meme, going viral. 5 down, 1 to go. Oh, and by the way, the Houston Cougars won. Came from behind to beat Duke 70-67. This comment right here from Boom Boom, I believe in Oregon. That's right. LFG, TI, you free speech on this show right now, whatever it is. Say it. I mean, words cannot. We're gonna do our best to express how happy and excited and proud we are of this team for not giving up, for fighting through it, for overcoming shots that didn't fall. They had a lot of good looks, but they kept battling. All didn't bounce their way, but then they limited Duke to one made basket for the last 10 minutes. The defense finally came through. Cougar defense finally came through. Dayon, you just give me your thoughts on it. We'll get into some of the comments as we progress on this exciting edition of Let's Rage Cougs, man.
On that. You'll see this a little bit. And check this out, folks. Live game from overnight.
All right, Dayon.
My internet had cut out. It had cut out for a second. It was a bit buffering, so I missed what you said.
Okay, no. Let's go ahead. We'll give me your thoughts on it, man. Get more thoughts in it, and we'll get into the questions, the comments from all of these people about this hell of a win, comeback win by the Cougs.
Man, big shouts out to the L Captain, LJ. I mean, he carried us. Bounced back off of a game where he struggled, but showed up in crunch time last game. This game, he just had to go in all game, and he stepped up. And then you got to go to the senior. 2 big clutch free throws down the stretch. I mean, big. He knocked them down. And so just the poise that we had, and it's led by GOAT Sampson. I mean, the poise that he had goes all the way down to the team. I mean, man, what a game, man. What a game, man. It is. I'm not shocked because I expected us to be here, but it's just the way that game played out. I was worried at moments. I'm not gonna cap, but
oh yeah,
man, what a game, man! What a game! Manuel, big time 3, big deflection. They get the steal. What man? Hey, it was a total team effort, man. Total team effort. Let's welcome in Fluff. Fluff, how you feeling, man? Talk to me, man.
Say something, Fluff. Say something for the people, brother.
Man, I'm gonna tell you something.
the biggest moment of the game, well, the biggest transition of the game for us to find a way to get this thing was when Tugler made that mistake.
Man, that broke my heart.
If you can see, let me tell you something. If you can see the grace and the still belief that Kelvin Sampson had in that kid after that moment, that just made the troops go, listen, man, we gonna fight like hell. We're gonna try to figure this thing out. And man, I couldn't even, man, my phone is going bananas right now. Listen, it's so crazy. My phone going so crazy, right? But all I can think about, you see, I hit y'all like, man, wait, I said, what time we getting on? I said, now. Okay? Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is unbelievable, man. So many former teammates. I had to, I talked to them a couple of them, man. Like, this is unbelievable, man. I gotta get to San Antonio, man, tomorrow, man.
Yeah.
No question. I gotta be there Monday. No question.
Well, bro, I gotta listen.
I'll be there. I'm driving now. I'm coming back from Tampa Monday morning. I'm driving San Antonio about 2 hours later. So I'll be there around 2:00.
Yo, man, this feels so good, man. Like, I can't even, like I said when we first started doing, man, look, hey, podcast, good luck, man. We keep the podcast rolling, man. I'm telling you.
Well, I'll be honest with the audience. We started late, kept pushing back the start time tonight because my phone kept blowing up. I couldn't get ready for the show.
I ain't even really respond to nothing.
So just imagine what will happen when the Cougs win Monday night. I'm serious, man. Tuesday morning, Wednesday or something, man. I mean, oh man, it is just, and I'm like Dayon. I texted Andy, not in our group chat, but on a one-on-one group, trying to figure when we're gonna start. And I said, if the Cougs lose, we might as well wait to start until you're done in the locker room. And then one of my best friends from elementary school started texting me, and he was looking forward to next year. And we're talking about this, that, and the other. And then the Cougs started coming back. The march began. The march. They walked down Duke, slow and steady. Kept walking them down.
Facts.
And as he's texting me, I'm like, it's a 4-point game. It's a 3-point game. And we haven't said it yet. But the old man, Juan Roberts, hit the 2 free throws.
Yeah, I said that.
Free throws. I mean, oh my goodness. We had heroes. Emmanuel Sharp, Dayon touched on it, struggled to make shots, but he started attacking the basket and getting to the free throw line, made his free throws. Oh, I mean, different guys stepped up down a stretch. It's a culture win. It's a Coug win. It's Coach Sampson.
We look like we've been there before.
You know, they came through, and LJ touched on it. This game did remind me of Kansas, winning it at Fall Gallon. Hell, so much so because, following the stats are ahead of my TV. So I see the stats say Malik Wilson steal. I was waiting for the stat to say Malik Wilson hit a 3. That's what I was waiting on, because I was like, this is Kansas all over again. But then he missed a 3, but Georgia got the putback dunk, cut it to 1, and you could see Duke had not been in a tight game like this all season. And that's one of the things that people wondered about with this team, and how would they respond when it was how can I put it nicely? Blue
collar versus blue blood.
Just, pressure, busting time for some people. I'm gonna be nice to Fluff. I'm not gonna say certain things. But yeah, blue collar versus blue blood. Blue collar beat blue blood tonight. And Cooper Flagg is a hell of a player.
Yeah, hell of, listen. He listen, let me tell you something. He the real Cooper Flagg is the real deal.
Yep.
Because he was
Real
going
deal.
at them boys like, I don't care what number y'all is in defense. I don't care what scheme you got. I'm at your neck tonight. I
Yep.
seen it. He's a killer.
He
He's
is.
a
He the
killer.
real deal, man. He the real
He gonna
deal.
have to
Hey.
wait the next year to try that on somebody else
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
Facts.
In
we
NBA.
going to this show. You know what I'm saying? Good game, Cooper. You're a good player. But
Yeah.
I think you wanted to play one more. He ain't not this year. Next year, we're
Nuh-uh.
gonna see the NBA. Do your thing. But we had to get you up out of there tonight, baby boy. Show.
And
Unbelievable.
Milos did not shoot well. He was nervous. You could see he was kind of nervous. But I'm not speaking for any of the players. And some fans, I mean, Coach Sampson kind of, he said it. That first half was a worst first half. But I'm not surprised if some of the players are nervous. Hell, I was nervous, and I'm not playing. Okay, so first time for some of these guys being in the Final Four semifinals. Hey, some guys handle it differently. LJ been there before. He stepped up, came through. You could see he been there before.
He was on a different. One of the things I said too.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
One of the things I said too. But he was
Facts.
on a different. His mindset was different tonight. Not
Yeah,
saying
it
it
was.
wasn't. It hasn't been good, but it was like
he was
even
locked
like
in.
some of this. I seen him whine.
Yeah.
Like he was. His mindset was like, I ain't finna like. Listen, if I'm going out swinging. But I ain't really trying to lose tonight, and I don't think I'm gonna. And like
Yeah.
that's how he was playing, like the whole game. So that was big time.
And the Cougs offense bogged down, but then late first half they made the 3 straight threes. They got within striking distance, and then the offense kept it going early second half. But Duke kept it going offensively second half, and Duke got some dagger threes, and there was a point where the Cougars are they going to have to win with their offense because the defense was just a step late. The rotation was a step late. But around that 10-minute mark,
all they open shots, it was
that 10-minute mark, they just clamped down on Duke and then slowly started walking them down. And what was it, 9-0 last 33 seconds, something like that? Cougar basketball on full display, man. Full display.
Well, I had a conversation with my brother Dayon about Proctor, and I told him if it's a tight moment, I don't know. Did I not say that?
You said it.
I said if it's a tight moment, I don't know about him. And they sure put him on that free throw line, man, and he couldn't get it done. Jawan hit the first, when he hit the first one, not to be negative, but I'm like, man, when you watching the game as a fan or as a former player, student, whatever, you're like, you'll take what'll get us, what'll give us another chance. So it's like, when he shot the first one, I said, if he missed the second one, man, we get a stop, man. We go overtime. That's how I was like thinking. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But for Eden Canner, it was almost like, man, I need one more game here, man, with my bros and Coach Sampson, man. I need another game, man. But anybody, not to sound cliche, man, and we talking about the Cougs, man, but just in life, man. If that didn't show you to not never give up, I don't know what could show you.
Yep.
I mean, we down 6 points with 40 seconds left, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? We never thought to give up. You know what I'm saying? So young kids, people, adults, whoever you are, I hope that game, it inspired me. I hope that game inspired you to never give up on nothing you got going on, man. That was just sensational, man. Like, I can't even put it into words. Like, just as a former player, former alumni, that felt amazing, man, to see. You know what I mean?
As GOAT Sampson said, you lose when you quit. This team didn't quit. This team kept fighting, kept hanging around, kept believing in each other. And when JoJo picked up the technical foul for touching the ball before it's inbounded, I was like, oh no, JoJo, no. Cougars gonna lose by 2 points or something like that. That's gonna be the deciding factor. And they still overcame that. This team just continues to find a way. And it's another great example. I think all of us have said it, because it doesn't matter if it's 1 point, 21 points, get that win. The Cougs, this team found a way. This team is special. We have said that all year. This team is special, and this team is one win away from me, Fluff, Dayon, Andy, other alums losing our damn minds Monday night. Ugly crying, happy crying. I'm going to be making confetti angels, all kinds of stuff. Man, this team is special. They found a way to win. And why not us? Why not Houston? Let's get it done.
Unbelievable, man. Y'all know I could, did nobody seen him, but man, everybody in my house, my mom is in town. Everybody in my house seen them tears in my eyes. Listen, man, I love that place. Like I love myself. That was amazing, man. Like, and only people that's close to the situation know how long we fought to get back here.
Yep.
Like, you have to be, like, I know everybody is happy, and everybody that we know is calling us and texting us, yo, you're Cougs. But if you're really a Cougar and know how long it took for us to get back to this moment, just even when you get there, because when you get there, you know the history, or even if you're just a fan of basketball, you've seen the last time that we was in this situation and how we lost the game and, all those things. So for us to get, that was in 19, what is that, 83, 84? What is that?
Well, they lost the Valvano game in 83, and they lost to Georgetown 84.
Okay, so 1984, I was born in 84. So 40, we haven't been back to this moment in 40 years. So any of you touched that campus, or if you've been on those teams, or if you've been in media for as long as Kris has, Dayon has, whatever it is, students, we all were students, you know the history. So for us to get back to this moment is monumental for our university and for everybody involved. And that's the exciting part too. The Final Four is definitely something nothing not to look at or be excited about. But like D said a little while ago, to make it to be in a championship game, we want to win it. We definitely want to win it. We're going to win it. But to make it to, we talking about the preliminary before it, for us to make it back to this point, please, Houston fans, Houston alumni, whoever you are that is involved with the university or was, please, man, if you see Calvin Sampson at the grocery store, if you see him, you know what I'm saying, if he need help with his bags, if he at a restaurant in Houston, Texas, you treat that man like like the royalty that he is, because he is that guy. Okay?
Go Sampson.
And go Sampson.
And he's one win away from being the oldest coach to win the national championship, making history. It's bad to be speechless on a podcast that you're a part of, but I really am out of words, man. I am so happy. I didn't give up. Where was the comment? Where was it? Chris Mitchell right here, and this will be a good time for us to thank officially our comment sponsor, Pinto Leon. Fluff, give me 1 second, brother. Let me do the right. I can't even get it. Andy knows how to do all that kind of stuff that way.
That's good.
But Pinto Leon law firm,
it's just Coogs every time, just like when he was on campus for Phi Slamma Jamma. He knows this. No Coug gave up on the game and stopped watching. Point. That's fact.
That's the one.
That's it. That's it right there. That's fact.
That's the one.
And
that's the one.
I mean, I'm waiting for Andy to play some video clips to give us a break from talking because I really don't know what to say, man. Because there were times, and Dayon touched on a little bit as well. The shots that the Cougs had first half were good looks. They were good looks. They bounced out. They rolled off. Duke had some good ball movement. The Cougs were just a little bit out of sync defensively with their rotations. They were late step, Duke with their cut to the hoop. They had a good game plan. But midway in that second half, it's like the players said, we're going to play Cougar defense. We're going to tighten up the rotations. We're going to be there with the help. We're not going to double team the wrong people. We're going to rotate. We rotated. And they shut that stuff down, man.
Yeah, because we held them scoreless for a long time in that second half. We had them scoreless for a long time. So the defense really, that first half, even in the second half at points, they were just hitting everything, every open shot. They was making the right play and hitting every open shot. Even Cooper flagged. Like he got something open, he hit.
Yep.
With LJ, one of his big threes, step back, quick release. Like that boy got a quick trigger. That boy stepped back quick. Boom. Yeah. I'm like, we in it. We in it. Quick trigger. Man, shout out to LJ. He put us on his back tonight. On his back. He did. Like he was supposed to. No question.
He did. And I was thinking about it. 1L was the only Coug in double figures. I looked at Juan's numbers. He was struggling. Emmanuel was struggling to make shots. Milos. Because we always say, if two of the three, if it's LJ and E-Man, if it's LJ and Los, if it's E-Man and Los, if two of the three can come through, Houston going to win the game. It took E-Man a while to get it going, but he finally came through down the stretch, attacking the basket. The big three, made the free throws.
He's relentless.
He's fearless, as Coach Sampson says. Man. He's relentless and he's fearless. Young fella he's going to attack. He's not going to quit. And he is a Cougar. That another example of the culture. And I saw the comment earlier about the national guys didn't believe it. That's right. They're not Cougars. They gave up. They had doubt. Some of those are just in love with Duke, and Duke can't do any wrong and all that. Well, as we say on this show sometimes, it's Houston versus everybody. 5 down, 1 to go. And we'll see y'all Monday in San Antonio. Oh, man, it's just...
Man, Emmanuel definitely did. I want to give him his flowers, too, because that boy is tough. Even when his shots ain't falling, he's sitting in that chair on defense. He's sitting in that chair. That's where, he's sitting in that chair. He defending. But then, when he made one key basket, driving to the basket and actually finished it. And then kept going, hit that big three, free throws. Man, their reflection of the team is the perfect reflection of Coach Sampson. Just the grit, the poise, in every aspect, mental toughness, in every aspect. I think the culture is set.
Did y'all see?
Hold on, Fluff, real quick. Hold on, real quick, Fluff. I want to touch this because this is one of my objectives for us for the coming season. We can take calls on this show. I've seen some shows do it.
We actually did it when we very first started.
But, I want to get back to that but I want to get a call screener because I don't want certain things. Some people to come on and just have no sense of who they are, and we can't do anything until after the fact. But we'll get that. That's going to happen again. But this salute to Kevin Hancock, Walter, Al High, Obi Man. I mean, we got people, Justin, Crabtree, Texco, Ron HD, Boom Boom, Mark, Complicated, Dow, Jose, Tuong Dang, VZ Love, JG, all of y'all. Appreciate you.
Miles,
Joe, blessed, everybody. Thank you for it. John, we're almost at a huge number. Fluff, for me and Fluff, it's almost 1 o'clock, right? Where you are too, but that's all right. I'm riding high, man.
Man, don't worry about. Listen, man.
I am amped, man.
It's the other part is I don't know if everybody's seen it. I don't know if everybody maybe looked at it. Some people might have shunned it. Some people might have ignored it, but I didn't. And, I won't elaborate, but, what I'm saying, I'm not a big fan of Duke, and that's just my personal opinion. For numerous of reasons, but I'm not a big fan of Duke. But if you notice, did you see the handshake at the end of the game?
I did not. No, I didn't. What I missed?
Did you see that, D?
I seen it.
It was Sampson kind of was like, "Don't ever play with me, young boy." Like people, listen, just go back. Just go back and look at it. Fans that's watching, and it wasn't disrespectful. It was just more like the reason why I like Coach Sampson because he's one of those guys who's like, that's nothing against Shire, but he's one of those guys who's like, I do things the old way. The old way works. The old way working. Listen, respect us when we come through. Like, you know what I mean? It wasn't really like a problem with Shire. It was more just like, we them guys. You know what I mean? Like, this is what I do. You know what I mean? He has a funny way of showing it. It's like he shows it humbly, but like he has a funny way of showing you like the other day when he was like, yo, we going down the street. We won in Indiana, but catch us down the street at San Antonio, you know what I'm saying, at the Final Four though. Like, I like the way he kind of like goes in the middle of arrogant
being
and humble
but cocky. Yeah.
Not hungry and humble and cocky. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
I love it.
All right, Russell says
one
this.
thing.
Y'all see this part too? The arrogant expression from flag to sharp.
I seen it, but I think Cooper, he just lost that. He just in the competitive, man. Appreciate you. I'm gone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whatever. But at the same time, though, and during the game, when we lose it down the stretch, they put Coach K on the screen. They ain't put him on there down the stretch.
They didn't put him on after they lost.
This is what I'm saying. Yeah. We'll talk more about that, but like this is what I'm saying. Like,
yeah,
it's set up a lot of times when it gets to the nitty-gritty of this time of year for them to win. Or people want them to, they fake hate them, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody expected us to be here. They could say they picked us. Everybody, like I had made a reel before I even got on. I had to get that off. Like, yo, listen, don't call me. don't, like, you know what I'm saying? Because I was running into people going, man, who you got, man? Duke and Houston. Man, Fluff, I'm sorry, man. I got Duke. Okay. All right. Don't call me. I'm telling y'all right now, if you pick Duke and you close to me, I told everybody you got 3 or 4 days for me to get back with you. I'm in Hollywood right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was with some media people. I heard some of them say, "Oh, yeah, I gotta leave and go watch Duke play." That's what they said.
Okay.
They didn't say Duke and Houston. I gotta go watch Duke play. I was quiet. I'm like, okay. I'll see you tomorrow. So, all right. But, just shout out again to everyone participating in this Let's Rage Coogs edition. It is our pleasure to bring it to you, presented by the Saxenian family. And let me see if I can get that right there. There we go. Andy Yanez is in the locker room. Hopefully he's not being doused with anything alcoholic, but he'll join us as soon as he can with some video clips, or he might be celebrating with.
He probably gone, man.
With some players and stuff, because the vibe is lit. We're excited. We're just waiting till Monday. Let's get into that. Let's talk about Florida. Who do y'all think is going to make Walter Clayton Jr. work for his points? Because that young man is good too. He's legit too. Who's going to make him work? Who's going to get the first assignment to try to defend him?
That's a good question.
It got to be Emmanuel.
It
got to be Emmanuel. Yeah, I think it got to be
Emmanuel. Got that, IDGAF attitude from the jump.
Yeah.
Clayton needs to feel that early.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He needs to, not saying Cryer and them ain't dogs too, Ooze ain't dogs, but like he need to feel that pressure on him. Like, listen, bro, I don't care about none of that. So I think Sharp is the right pick for early on in the game. Also, this is my opinion. I think we should switch. I think Jawan does a great job on switching on the guards. JoJo does a great job of switching on the guards. Let's see if he could beat us as far as what our length and how he likes to try to get to the basket. I think we need to force him right more. I was watching him today. I think we need to force. I know somebody's like he's a right-handed player, but he likes to go left and jump stop in the lane. I think we should try to maybe force him right and make it difficult in the lane and not help ball side and let him take those tough twos in the lane on our length that we have and our defenders that we have in the back on the back line. And I think we'll be in good shape. And keeping our turnovers down because they like to turn you over. Keeping our turnovers down.
Yeah, that was Auburn, Coach Pearl, whoever. I was surprised they tried that. Their bigs could not keep up with Walter.
Yeah, they much slower than us too.
Yes, and I was like, y'all need to send some help for these big dudes because they can't keep up with him. So he just had drives into the paint, finished with his left hand. Coogs bigs are much quicker feet at length. So I'm looking. This Houston Duke game was a little to the hype. We're looking forward to the matchup. Number one defense versus number one offense. Defense finally wore Duke down the stretch. I'm looking forward to Houston, Florida on Monday. I'm looking forward to all three of us celebrating, watching Coach Sampson and the players and the family cut down that net. And somebody record me. Where's Kris acting stupid? So I'm looking forward to all of that too. And I'm seeing people talking about Coach Sampson. They've been showing clips of Coach on social media using some grown folk language.
Just saying, let's effing go. I just watched it too.
Really?
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, he lit to the crowd. Let's effing go. Let's effing go.
So who
Thanks.
Who posted?
CBS.
Oh, CBS. Okay.
CBS Sports posted it.
I thought about you during the game too, Kris. When it was like a deflection, we ended up getting the ball. It was like, and I thought about you when you said I guess a player that we played against early on during the season said, man, you can't prepare for that intensity right there.
Yeah.
And I seen that down the stretch when we was making that comeback on Duke. There was more like we turned it up like another notch. And that was hard for them to adjust to. But also another thing getting ready for Florida too is, it's a great matchup because it's experience on experience.
Yep.
Like it's experience on experience, but I think not that
coaching though. Not that coaching.
That's what I'm saying. I've been saying this forever. Like we just have the best coach in the business. We're gonna figure it out.
Because
they showed Elijah.
Yep.
Hey, they showed Elijah. They showed Elijah, man. They start showing Elijah. We in business, man. You know what I'm saying?
So it should be a lot of alums there. Fluff, you get that too, because Mr. Final Four, Jim Nance, Mr. UH alum, he was there with his grandkids. There's gonna be other alums there Monday. We're gonna be there Monday.
Be in there too.
So I'm looking forward to it. And everybody picked Florida. This is the matchup I picked from Selection Sunday was Houston versus Florida in title game. I picked the Cougs. So
wow.
We're not worried about the national folks who they pick. Some of them same folks who pick in Florida pick Duke to beat Houston. We're not worried about that. Just as long as come Monday night, Houston has the most points. That's all that matters. And joining us, look at him. Got a tie on.
Yeah,
Hey,
And
man.
It's the
and a,
Final Four. My
and a
hair is
coach.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Chill,
look
Andy.
at this, man. I saw some of our colleagues on TV behind Grant Hill and Raftery and Bird. Where were you
Yeah.
sitting, man? Were you
I
near
was
them?
not. Nope, I was not near them. I was on the end zone side of things. But I walked down. I was recording. See, this has nothing to do with the game, but I'm going to take credit. Whenever Houston was down 7, it was 64-57. I got up from my seat, went to the tunnel. You know what? I just thought, for the heck of it, started voice recording. I was just doing play-by-play, and for fun. And I ended up calling Houston's comeback, the Emmanuel Sharp 3, the steal, Malik Wilson for a second. I thought it was Kansas all over again.
Yep, I did too.
And then JoJo Tugler out of nowhere comes, slams it down. The 1-and-1 free throw for Duke that turns into a loose ball foul against Cooper Flag. Dayon Roberts hits 2 free throws to put Houston up. They were down 59-45, and now all of a sudden they're up by 1 point, 68-67. LJ Cryer hits the 2 free throws after Houston plays great defense. Dayon Roberts played great defense on Cooper Flag. And then the pandemonium. I've never. Hakeem Olajuwon was right behind me, celebrating, screaming. I got video of him, the Houston fans screaming, celebrating. Tillman Fertitta right in front of Hakeem Olajuwon going to hug him. Brett Yormark coming out of nowhere to hug Tillman Fertitta. It was just crazy. It was pandemonium. Galen Robinson in the end zone. I was actually sitting next to Galen, so they put Galen Robinson right next to me. He was doing stuff for Go Coogs, and I guess he got anxious too because he was up right in front of the Duke student section or right behind him, I guess. He's excited. The pure shock, the blank faces from the Duke fans walking towards the Houston sideline they were stunned. They were shocked. The Duke players leaving the court filled with agony in their eyes. They were stunned. Some of them were bawling, crying. Just the pain of defeat, the shock in their faces, the fans, and on the other side, the pure adrenaline, the excitement, the joy from the Houston fans. What a night! And we'll do it again on Monday night because the Houston Cougars are playing for a national championship.
And let me reword complicated question here. No. When Houston wins Monday night, who was not coming back? Well, the seniors aren't coming back. JoJo's coming back, and most likely Milos is coming back.
Milos is coming back.
Yeah, and I think in a game like this kind of shows where there's still work for Milos Uzan to do, and hopefully potentially play himself into a top 30 pick for next year. By the way, Kingston Flemings was in the building.
I would hope so.
To see that, and he was he was celebrating with Galen Robinson as Houston took the lead. Damn, that's just no words. No words. I've never seen that.
Join the club, Andy. All of us said that at least once tonight. We have no words for this comeback. We have no words, man.
The pure joy in the locker room of all the players, managers, staff. There's joy. And then there's also that they're ready for Monday.
Yeah, it's unfinished business. No doubt. Yep. It's unfinished business. It's nice to celebrate. It's nice to rejoice and all this, but they did not play in this tournament just to get 5 wins. They're playing to get 6.
Yep.
So it's nice to celebrate. It's nice to to LF and G, all that kind of stuff. But as Dayon said it a few shows ago, the goal is to win a chip. That's the goal, is to win a chip, not get there and say, hey, we came close. And no. The goal is to get the chip. Period. 5 down, 1 to go.
Shouts to John Houston. Shouts to John Houston, who's been through some eras of winning, losing, trauma, drama, you name it. He's been a constant there for about 25 years, you say, Chris?
At least, yep.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Shouts to John Houston.
Houston was celebrating in the locker room.
Yeah.
It's different. It's different. Shouts to John Houston for, really sticking to the program, keeping those guys healthy, keeping them on the floor, and really loving what he do. He's been there a long time.
But I want to say this. It's great for the conference. As Coach Sampson said, the Big 12 prepared the Cougs for this.
A lot of the players said that.
It is going to be icing on the cake for the Big 12 to beat the SEC Monday night in what we think, return the Big 12 to being the best conference in men's basketball with a win over Florida. SEC had a hell of a year. But Houston finished the job and win the chip. Dayon, I forgot about it until just now. The trifecta is almost complete. Big 12 regular season champs, Big 12 conference champs, and one win away from being greedy and getting the national championship. One more to go.
Unbelievable. I just really want us, if we can figure out how to not go on those droughts, man, the game we have even a way better game. I mean, not saying we played a bad game because I think today we just had a rough first half.
Well, and give credit to Duke.
Yeah, Duke plays good defense now. Yeah, that's Duke is a better defensive team than people want to give them credit for.
Well, and a lot of the times in the first half, like Houston was struggling just to get inside the 3-point line. Like there were a lot of times where they were initiating their offense damn near closer to half court than they were to their own basket. And for a lot of the stretch of that game, it's crazy. For 15, I would say for 34 minutes, 33, 34 of those minutes out of the 40 minutes of the game, I think Duke out Houston. They were playing great defense. They were crashing the boards. How many times? And Kelvin Sampson mentioned this after the game in a media scrum, where it wasn't the first shots that were killing Houston. It was the second, third shots where ball would. How many times Houston gets an initial stop, but they can't finish a deal with the defensive rebound. Ball tips, they kick it out, and especially to start the second half, it seemed like there was a flurry there when Duke built. They went from a 6-point lead. They were kind of exchanging baskets, and then Duke kind of took control. It was because they were getting a lot of offensive rebounds, and give credit for Duke because I would say for 34 minutes of that stretch, they went out there and they were imposing their will. They were forcing Houston a lot of times to settle for shots that, I mean, they were just not ordinary shots that we've seen from a lot of these guards taking. There was a lot of times where multiple guards would drive, take a pivot, try to do a spin move, step back, jumper, and that's not their game. But it changed in an instant. And at the end of the day, Houston found a way to win. They got it done in the last 6 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, the start of the second half, the Cougs made like 5 of their first 7 shots. Wasn't a problem, and the lead still grew.
They were 6 for 8. They were 6 for 8 shooting from the field, and I think Duke was 6 for 12. So obviously Duke had 4 more field goals, and then the free throw lines too. They were getting to the free throw line a lot off of those offensive rebounds.
Excuse me, as Mark says, after UH wins Monday, does number 13 get retired?
Shoot, after this game, I mean, shoot, after what he did this game, what he's meant for the program the past 6 years, if he capped it off with a national championship and he has another strong performance like he did tonight, how do you not put his jersey up there?
And he missed a couple of layups, but he had 12 rebounds, game high, 5 assists. He came through with those 2 clutch free throws. Hey, when this team wins the first championship in program and school history, there's got to be something done.
There's a couple guys that could go on there then.
Right, but the whole team should be acknowledged.
I mean,
they
need to have a banner up there. They need to have the
matter
list
of
of
fact,
players.
Andy, let me correct you. This is what they should do. if they win it, everybody on the team going to go up.
Something.
Yeah,
It's going to be a team.
It's the
something.
first national championship, or the starting 5, or 3 of them. Something. It can't just be Roberts if they win it, because Roberts.
This game. I mean, shoot, this game,
Pryor gotta go up there,
LJ
too.
Cryer, LJ Cryer was a dog from the get-go. He was locked in. He was lasered in onto that first half. He kept Houston afloat. He kept them within striking distance of Duke. Houston doesn't win this game without LJ Cryer.
He was looking like a combo guard today. He was wop wop.
He was in his bag. He was in his bag.
Wop, and today he was shooting off the one leg. I said, okay, LJ, you feeling good today, boy. Work then. You know what I'm saying? So if Roberts go up, LJ got to go up.
Yeah,
JoJo, who's been a lifer.
I kind of like this.
Not JoJo, Francis.
Yep. It'll be a team acknowledgement for winning that first chip, sure. But
speaking of which,
go ahead, Andy.
No, I have a post-game press conference that we got from the locker room ready to play whenever we're ready. Do y'all want me to go ahead and do it?
Yeah. No, let me see. Do I have it? Do we have it up here?
No. I would have to
share it
because I haven't edited it.
Go ahead.
Have we done sponsor reads, or should I do that first?
You can do. We did the Pencil Leon Law Firm one, but you can go ahead and do the reads as well.
All right. Well, I mean, from a crazy Final Four game that I was talking to one of the staff members about this. Like the biggest thing about this game is that when kids go back to school on Monday, and Cooper, the people that watch basketball, that care about basketball, they're gonna go to their friends. They're gonna say, "Yo, did you watch Houston, the University of Houston, that crazy comeback that they had against Duke, the Duke University? Like this win on this stage, the impressiveness of it, it could be monumental. Not just for obviously we know about the recruiting class that they're bringing in next season, but this could send shockwaves for the University of Houston program for years and potentially even decades to come." But on that note, this is Let's Rage Coogs presented by the Saxenian family. We'd like to say a big thank you to Mr. Steve Saxenian for being a primary sponsor of this edition of Let's Rage Coogs. We'll do it again on Monday. We also like to say thank you to our secondary sponsors, beginning with Star Pizza with 3 locations throughout the Houston area. Star Pizza is your go-to stop before or after the game. Check them out online at starpizza.net or on social media at Star Pizza HOU on X and Star Pizza Houston, Texas on Instagram. I also like to say thank you to BB's, the home of Tex Orland's Cooking, reminding you that it is crawfish season and they want you to stop by any one of their Houston area locations for their 5-pound mound. Visit them online at bbstexorlands.com. And for any one of these sponsors, be sure you tell them that you heard about them on Let's Rage Coogs. And last but not least, we also like to say thank you to today's sponsor of the comment section. Put it up there for a brief moment. The Pinto Leon Law Firm, the immigration law experts. Contact them at www.pintoleon.com or at 713-338-2879. On that note, here is what, let's see, who do we go to first? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. We have a whole bunch of different players. Let's see what
Out of it this
goes
time,
first.
they had the lead.
LJ,
Like
let's see what LJ had to say.
We had nothing to lose, so you could read body language and look at people's faces and see if they're comfortable in the moment.
J1's in the middle of everything down the stretch. The free throws, the defense. How important was he? How did his leadership kind of help you guys get through?
He's very important. He a winner. So he stepped up and he cares about this program so much. He pours his heart into this thing, man. A lot of blood, sweat, and tears in this thing. So we knew he was going to go out there and get it done for us.
Outside of Kansas, what are you guys saying in the huddle? You guys, is Coach, what's he telling you? What's the message during the comeback?
Don't quit. You don't lose if you don't quit. We could live with losing the game and going out swinging, but we can't lose with laying down because time is running out and we don't think we could do it. So it was main message was just go out there and give it what we got.
What is it about this team that you people that watch tonight about because it was about Duke. What did they learn about Houston tonight?
I don't know what they learned about Houston.
So what do you think was the show? Just the comeback and the resilience and not giving up.
I mean, kind of what you said a little bit. I mean, we're a resilient team. We play real hard, put a chip on our shoulder. So, I mean, for people that haven't watched us, I feel like they saw that tonight. And, yeah, that's really much it.
LJ, you've been on this stage before. What does being in the Final Four, being in a championship game kind of do to drive you to do it again, to come back?
You got to say again?
You've been on the championship stage before. Just getting to that point, what does that do to kind of energize you to want to get back to it again?
I mean, the first time around, I was a freshman, and my role was way different. And Coach Q always messes with me, and he always say I don't got a ring because because of my role and things like that. So since I've been here, my goal has been to lead a team and get a ring, get that ring that he says I don't have. So yeah.
Talk about the range of emotions you had over those last 2 minutes, going from down to coming back to actually winning the game and the buzzer sounding.
I mean, it's definitely emotional. You look at the clock and you're like, dang, like this might be it. But I mean, we just kept fighting at the end of the day, and as the game kept getting closer, we was like, man, we can do this. So, yeah, it was definitely a lot of ups and downs.
And that feeling at the buzzer when it went off, like, what was that feeling?
I mean, it's hard to describe it, man. It was an outer body experience, especially just the way things went down. So, yeah, but I'm on the Florida now. Yeah.
I feel like when E-Man hit that three, and there was a lot of time left. I feel like we had a shot. We've been here before, like at Kansas, so you just got to have belief.
And what is Coach's message to kind of build this thing up? What's he telling you guys in the huddles as this thing continues?
Keep believing, keep fighting, and find a way to win.
What was your thought when JoJo tipped that ball in the fourth quarter?
Which one was that? The putback dunk? Yeah, that was foul for sure. But I mean, great play by Joe. His wingspan, his athleticism, the way he impacts the game is amazing.
Miles, you guys are kind of revert back to all the work you put in last summer just to get to a night like tonight when you're down the stretch fighting to the very end.
For sure, yeah. I mean, we put the work in June. We put the work in June, and we found a brotherhood. And I think it's nights like this where you really show your culture and the hard work that you put in.
Other people gave Duke, they were the favorite team coming into this. Did that motivate you guys at all? Did y'all even pay attention?
I mean, for sure. Everybody in this locker room believes, and I think that's the most important part. As long as we believe, we'll be fine, no matter who plays.
What message do you have for the Cougars fan base heading into the game Monday?
Oh yeah, we got one more we got to go get. So yeah, I know they're gonna be here. We're gonna show up as well.
And what's the mindset as a whole team?
Go win. Go win. We're here.
How important was that minute stretch? You're down 14, LJ hits the three, and then there's the flagrant and the technical that turns into a 6-point possession. Did that change your belief at all? Like, I mean, it felt like it swung you guys right back in the game.
For sure. That's when El missed one.
Yeah, he missed one, and you had that.
No, for sure. I mean, those are momentum shifters. We've been in positions like that too, where a technical foul can shift the momentum of the game, and that's exactly what it did.
You flashed that on Kansas with that ending?
For sure. That's exactly what it felt like. That's why we never lost belief.
Did you feel that experience kind of helped out for you guys to stay composed?
What were they doing in the first half and maybe early in the second that you guys were struggling with?
I think they were just playing great basketball. I mean, making shots. We struggled all game making shots, but they were just making that shot into open shots and different things like that. So, I mean, kudos to them. I mean, they play great basketball.
What does that say about you guys as a team where you have multiple cold stretches against a very, very good team and you still come out on top?
This is our year. Go get it all. That's all I have to say. This is our year for sure.
You can kind of get that feeling. A couple of games you've won like this. When you look at the blue, you look at this. You get the feeling it's meant to be.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if this keep happening, I mean, something got to be the main goal. I mean, for sure, I feel like this is the year for us.
Even the Kansas game, as crazy as it was, it wasn't your season's over if you lose it like it is tonight. I mean, there's an extra sense of desperation, I'm sure.
Right.
How does that proverbial light click on when it looks like nothing's going your way?
I just say I mean, the Big 12 prepared us for this. I mean, we had a lot of tough games in that moment, and so us just being through that and being in this moment, it kind of helped us and just staying focused and locked in. I mean, kudos to the leaders on the team, like LJ and Juan and them. They did their thing, and they're the reason we won. So.
Jared, what was it like just on the bench or in the game, down 14, time running out, and then you guys sort of started to just chip away at that lead?
I mean, that's what we built for. I mean, I can't really tell you how it felt. I mean, my emotions are running crazy right now, but I mean, we were just telling the guys keep fighting. I mean, that's all we know, and that's what coach was telling us. So that's what we went out there and did.
What about it when Emmanuel hit that three?
Oh yeah, that's when we was like we could win for sure. I said when he hit that, we was like, oh yeah, we could win this game.
Terrence, what changed?
I don't know. I mean, I guess we slowed down. I mean, they slowed down, and we just started making the right plays and hitting the right shots. I mean, we just kept chipping away, like he said, and then we ended up winning the game.
Terrence, how fitting is it that Juwan has those 2 free throws, LJ, 2 of the biggest leaders on this team, to send you guys on to the next round?
Like I said, I mean, Juan deserves it to be in this moment for sure. He's been with this program for so long, and he's been working so hard on his free throws and improving. So, I mean, we all know LJ is a knockdown shooter. So, but just Juan hitting them shots, I mean, he deserves it.
Does it hit you yet?
You know how hard we played. We kept fighting to the end. You know, we got all the way to 14, but you know, we kept fighting.
Juwan is that culture. For him to put you guys tied, the lead, and then to stop against the best player in America, what does that say for him and what he means to you guys?
He's tough. He's a dog, and you know it shows. He guarded, you know, one of the best players in the country on the last play. Got to stop. Hit 2 free throws. You can't ask for anything more, really.
The inbounds play there, once again JoJo's involved. Now, what is it about you guys in inbounds plays?
He's the defensive player of the year. He causes havoc on the inbound, on the trap. You know, it's hard for anybody to, you know, see over him, see past him. And that's just what he does.
In the moment when you hit that 3, is it just any thinking involved with reaction?
No, we're already down. You know, it's nothing to worry about. There's no pressure. You know, we're just trying to come back. Saying it was just like Kansas. We're just, you know, shooting, trying to stay in it.
What do you think changed late, where I think they had 1 field goal the last 10 minutes?
I think, you know, our defense wasn't, you know, as great as we would have liked today. We still had a lot of, you know, breakdowns, but, you know, we kind of cracked down on, you know, some of the little stuff towards the end of the game. Got our coverages right. They still scored a little bit, but you know, we did a better job, I think, in the last 10 minutes.
You know, the history of this program, and obviously y'all aren't a part of what's happened in the past, but you sort of, is it sort of, what's the word, in your mind that you're going to the national championship game after everything that's happened?
Is it sunk in?
Sunk in, yeah.
I mean, now, you know, a little bit, but, you know, just knowing what we've gone through, it just makes it, you know, all the more sweeter. Now that we're finally here, you know, we got one more game to go, and, you know, we're just excited.
How overdue is this program for some NCAA tournament luck?
Long overdue. Oh my gosh, we've been riddled with bad luck the past few years, so it feels great to finally get a break.
This is particularly sweet after how last
We're going to fight. You know, it don't matter who we play. You know, once we got 40 minutes on the clock and we line up with whoever, we're going to get our best. You know, they made a lot of shots in the first half. They made a lot of, you know, defensive breakdowns. But, you know, I feel like it's a 40-minute game. You know, we were down in the first half. We've been down a couple times, you know, this season. But I feel like once you don't give up, and when you go into games like this, you don't look at Houston and Duke. You look at matchups. So LJ matchup was Kaneko. You know, you try to win that matchup. My matchup was Cooper Flag. You try to win that matchup, individual matchups. You don't look at the name and say, oh, we're playing Duke. I was saying I'm guarding Cooper Flag. You know, we're doing this. So I just tried individually to win my assignment.
Javon, when you are seeing the crowd and everything, I think what's going through your mind, are you able to absorb just the accomplishment that your team just did? When you see everybody just going delirious out there?
I mean, it's a great feeling, you know, when you go to the free throw line down 2, you put your team on 1. You know, I feel like that's preparation I had back in June, and it paid off. You know, those guys had confidence in me. You know, I feel like they wasn't even nervous when I got to the free throw line, but I try to block out all the noise, you know, when I'm doing anything, and just try to believe in myself and just knowing that I can do it.
How about doing this for the state of Texas? What do you think? I mean, everybody takes pride in this state. You guys get to do it in your home state. So what does it mean to you?
I feel great. I ain't gonna lie to you. And I feel like we got one more game, you know, against Florida, a great team.
but we'll watch film probably tomorrow morning, clean up a lot of stuff, and just try to bring it back to Houston.
You've been in college basketball.
It gave me deja vu back to Kansas, but it just felt unbelievable. And, to pull a comeback like this on a great team, man, it just didn't go down in the history books. But we just gotta flush this one and just gotta get ready for Florida on Monday.
How do you explain that last minute?
Crazy minute. We just kept believing. I feel like we did a great job tonight. Almost got a 5 count. Had to call timeout, but came back out again. Did the same thing, and I think they got like a foul or something. Probably missed a 1-and-1, but we just kept believing and fighting. It just gave me deja vu vibes. We did the same thing in Kansas, but it just shows our team and how we just continue to fight, even though people giving up on us. Just gotta keep believing as a team.
How fitting is it that Juwan gets the one-on-one to put you guys ahead, and then has the defense against Flag at the end?
It's great, because he's the guy of our team. He's our leader, and he's been here the longest. To see him in that moment make both of those free throws, man, I'm just proud of him, and just shows all the work he's put in on just getting to the free throw line.
What is it about you guys that you're never dead, you're never out of it?
It shows our culture, we know out of it, even though if we down big, just got to keep believing. And coach always preached to us 40 minutes, even on blowout games, just got to keep playing 40 minutes for times like this, and it shows up at the end, so it's crazy.
Malik, Miles was saying that this feels like not only a special team, but maybe a team of destiny. I mean, you guys feel like with what y'all have gone through this year, some of the comebacks, and now that sort of applies?
Man, it's been a crazy year, but it's been a great year, for us. But this shows you the work we put in and just the belief we have in each other. And just the hard work, day in and day out, and just playing the whole 40 minutes we on the court, and that was showed tonight, just playing the whole 40 minutes.
This program hasn't been able to say national championship game for over 30 years. Have you been able to say it yet? And sort of what does those words mean?
Man, it's special. Not many people get to play in a national championship game, but we all gonna have an opportunity, to bring back the trophy on Monday for our fans, our family, and the city of Houston. So we're gonna lock in on Florida whenever we leave here. So it's gonna be a great game on Monday.
Those were the different player availabilities. I have one more clip of head coach Kelvin Sampson that we can play in a second. But you can see the raw emotion in a lot of the players when we're hearing their responses. Obviously, the key word that they harp back on, culture. They just kept battling. They never gave up. That's Galen Robinson that just passed behind me. A lot of them, they were just still stunned, but they just kept fighting. They kept battling, and one thing that kept repeated for multiple players is that they could live with losing the game. They just refused to quit, and they said they never felt like they were out of the game, and they were gonna keep battling out. And they were able to pull off the miracle comeback, the stunning upset, and now they're ready for Monday for Florida. A championship game that Houston hasn't played in over 30. How many years has it been, Kris, the last time that Houston played in a national championship?
84.
So 31 years. It has been 41 years. Jeez.
I was 12.
Since the University of Houston men's basketball team played in the national championship, and hopefully this time they can atone for the sins of previous national championship games, and come out back to Houston with the national championship.
And let's celebrate. I like what LJ said. It's on to Florida now. enjoy this moment. The comeback was great, but the job is not complete. Unfinished business. You still got one win to get. Florida is a hell of a team with one hell of a player, and Thomas Hout is one of the best six men. He's stepped up different moments. I mean, Florida's a great team. They wouldn't be in championship game if they weren't. So let's not overlook them or
Walter,
disrespect them. Walter Clayton Jr. is,
he's the truth, man.
he is the real deal.
Yeah.
But Houston's defense, they play Houston defense. Florida has not seen that.
That's the key.
And so that's the key. And that's one big reason why. And then, of course, I said it, the thing in the previous show, LRC show, if it comes down to coaching, I'm taking Goat Sampson over John Shire. Well, Goat Sampson came through, and I'm going to take him again Monday. Houston Cougars cut down that net.
Andy, be ready, man. Young boy.
Andy, make sure your phone is ready. Follow me around.
I got you, Chris. Shoot, for the second time, surprised if somebody didn't. Those last seconds were just complete pandemonium. It was incredible. I just can't put it into words how just raw emotion and the complete opposite. It's like a complete opposite of the spectrum, because where my seat was, like I said, it was towards the end zone where the Duke student section was, and there was a lot of Duke fans in that corner, in that area. So as I was walking towards the other side, towards the Houston, where the Houston contingent were, towards the corner of the stadium, I'm walking past all these different Duke fans. The Duke student section, there's some kids literally in tears, fans, grown people just with blank stares, and then across the railing, you have the Houston contingent going absolutely bananas. The student section for the Houston Cougars just throwing a party in there. You had two kids, that might be you on Monday, Chris. They were shirtless. They were throwing up the Cougar paw. They were carrying each other. They were doing just all sorts of, celebrations. And then again, the raw emotion from Hakeem Olajuwon, from Tillman Fertitta, from Karen Sampson. They let her walk up into the court after the game. It's just it was a really incredible experience that I won't forget, and it's hard to put into words.
Here's a comment from Crabtree. What a night. Duke was the best statistical team in the Ken Palm era. This win will go down in the history books as one of the best wins a team could have ever. That's good. But the job is not complete. 5 wins does not win you a chip. 6 wins does. So let's not forget that. I'm looking forward to the win on Monday night and celebrating with a whole bunch of Cougar alums.
Whew. I missed it. Obviously not barely joining the show, but what was y'all's perspective? What was going through y'all's mind as y'all watched the game and saw Houston come back and just the execution unfold?
It's funny. I had forgotten this till I think Malik's clip was playing. My mentor Ralph Cooper texted me Friday to make a prediction. Who I got? Come on, Ralph. Houston or Duke, and I said Houston. He said, "Give me a score." I just checked my phone. I predicted 70-66. So I was almost right on the money. So, Andy, I didn't have doubt. I never stopped believing in this team. This team is special. This team found another way to win, and one more to go. Houston versus everybody.
Sorry. I mean, for me, it was one of those moments where I'm just continuously watching. I'm like, we about to win this game. When it was 64-67, I was like, no, when Sampson was like, yo, review the 5 seconds,
Yeah.
I was like, yo, if they overturn this, we gonna win this game. And then I was like, just in that mode of, man, we about to really win this game. Like, cause I mean, I would never gave up, but like when we was down like 11, like maybe 9, with like 7 minutes to go or something like that, I'm like, man, what's up with us right now? You know what I mean? But we just found another bulk of energy and just toughness to figure it out, man. And it really came down to coaching, man. You know, he had the press in his pocket too. You know, sometimes you gotta watch the end of the game. You know, people watch what happens at the end of the game, but don't understand that the coach held it until that time. You know what I'm saying? So it's like Sampson does little things that if you're not really paying attention, you don't know that he's out coaching the other guy in the last 4 or 5 minutes of the game. Where most people are like depending on keeping their lead for the last 4 or 5 minutes of the game instead of really coaching to secure the win. They're more hoping that they keep the lead. And Sampson always find a way, man, to, do some things, tweak some things to have us having a chance to win. But like
Dayon?
Kris said earlier, for Ooze to struggle like that and for us to get it done is promising.
Yeah, Dan, what you got to say, brother?
I mean, same thing Fluff said. I was really feeling the same way. Like, man, we really about to win this game.
Right.
Like I was just in shock. Like, we really about to win this game. That's really all I was thinking.
Well, it's crazy that y'all say that because, and I'm sure we're going to run into viewers or listeners that obviously don't join us often. And when they hear us say this, they're going to call, they'll probably be like, man, y'all are lying. Y'all are full of BS. But hearing y'all, I don't know why, there was a sense of calmness when even when they were down 14, when they were down 59-45, there was just a sense of calmness, like in the back of my mind, for whatever reason, there was just a confidence about the Houston Cougars team. And when they got it to 50, I think it was a flurry of threes. Emmanuel Sharp hit a three, and I can't remember if it might have been Malik Wilson or somebody else hit it.
Malik was huge.
And then out of nowhere, you look up, and it's a 5-point game. I think it was free throws. It was off a one-on-one. Emmanuel Sharp hit 2 pairs of one-on-one free throws, and then all of a sudden it goes from 59-65 to, you look up, it's 61-56. And Duke answered. They went back up by 7, but there was just I don't know. There was just something about it. There was a calmness about this Houston Cougars team that just translated. And give credit to the fans too. The Houston contingent that was here, and they sat in the southeast corner of the Alamo Dome, right across from the Houston bench, and they were key. They played a pivotal part in this rally because when Houston got down 14, and it was put up or shut up time for Houston, they knew, and they got up and they gave them an extra energy about them. When Houston scored first to start that rally, there was just a energy when Houston was back on defense. Like, listen, we're here. We're gonna cheer you on to the end. And it's well deserved. The absolute crazy ending that they got.
And Lowe's touched on it at the 8-minute mark that the technical, foul, Mason Gillis hitting JoJo after LJ hit a 3.
Yeah, that was huge.
And swung back and hit JoJo in the face. Get that technical.
And the ball back.
That was a big swing right there as well.
Mm-hmm.
But Coogs, LJ split the 2 free throws. And it's ironic. LJ was 2 for 4 from the free throw line. Which, unlike him, he's a 90% free throw shooter. Dayon Roberts, a 68% free throw shooter. Final seconds of the game.
That's unbelievable.
Coogs down 1. He hit the first one, and then the go-ahead / game winner, it would be true, because we're one win away, but it would be true University of Houston sweetness for the Cougs to win Monday because of free throw shooting. Because free throw shooting has been
the Achilles
heel of Houston basketball teams throughout the history of University of Houston basketball.
Even when I played there, like as a team, we was trash. Like it's just one of those cool things, man. It's tradition, man, for us to struggle at that line.
Yeah.
But the way he stepped up, though, you could tell when he stepped up to the line. He left. He stepped up to the line. He was like, man, this is my last go around, bro. Ain't no way. That's how he shot him.
Yeah.
He shot him like, listen, I don't care about 57, 67, 47, 37%, whatever y'all want to say. I'm making these two right here for sure. So, like,
how fitting. Mr. U of H. The face of this Kelvin Sampson resurgence over the course of the last few seasons, and he stepped up to the plate and he delivered at the charity stripe for Houston. Like I said, I have one more clip, and this is of head coach Kelvin Sampson. It's an extended clip. I won't play all of it. I'll skip parts here and there, but here's Kelvin Sampson, what he had to say following the victory over Duke, the stunning 70-67 win. Houston's heading to the national championship game on Monday against Florida.
Offensive rebound. And I thought we could do a decent job of guarding. I mean, they're good. But, hold them to 39% from the floor and getting 18 offensive rebounds, scoring 19 points. That's us. I don't know why people think that your offense has to be scoring out of set plays all the time. We score on unscripted points. That's how we're 35-4. We score more on unscripted points than we do off of set plays. But I was in the NBA for 6 years. There's a column in the NBA says, where's the most points scored in the NBA? And the title of the column is random. That's how everybody scores. They score randomly. Well, we're pretty good at that too.
What is it about this program, what you built, why they have such unrelenting belief? Why is Houston so hard to kill, Kelvin?
I think our culture is something that I wanted to do and that's why there's a method to my madness in hiring the staff we hired. My son, my daughter, my starting backcourt at Oklahoma, and a Final Four and Elite Eight team, my managers. When you have people that believe in you 100%, their loyalty is never questioned, and that we're here to help these young men. A coach's responsibility is to help guys achieve their dreams and goals and put them in a position where they can succeed. And when they do, feel good about it for them. That's what coaching is. There is nothing else. The other stuff comes with it, but it starts there. But kids want to be coached. They want to be disciplined. They want to be held accountable. And when you have a foundation of discipline, good things can happen.
Thank you, Kelvin. See you Monday night.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks. When you get ready for these guys, do you ever say they've got 3 lottery picks, but we got?
Yeah. Well, they had 3 guys that could get 30, and I'm not going to sit here and tell you like I'm some kind of genius, which I'm not. But we weren't going to dedicate 2 or 3 to Cooper at the risk of letting somebody else get 30. Mm-hmm. There's other guys had to earn those. I don't know how many points Kneppel got the second half, but not many. Proctor, James, Milowach, we did a good job guarding those guys. We held that team to 39%. We out-rebounded them, I don't know what it was, but we out-rebounded them 42 to, so we're plus 11 on the boards. We had 18 or 19 points off second chance. That's who we are. You know, most people look at that and say, well, we're not pretty. This ain't no beauty contest. The beauty contest, we shouldn't have showed up. But most people get wowed by the beauty, and sometimes that old mare over there, she knows how to navigate around a basketball court for 40 minutes, and our kids were 35-4. I mean, we're 35-4. I mean, what do you want us to apologize for?
Keep going. Keep going, boy. Just go.
We're 79-0 with the lead with 5 minutes to go. That was fairly remarkable.
What does it mean for you just to see Jawan in that situation? What it means to this program to tie the game, get the lead, and then to stop defensively?
Yeah. When he made the first one, I thought that his second one had a good chance. Because, you know, we lost these guys last year, and everybody said it's because of Jamal. Losing Jamal wasn't the reason. It was losing JoJo and Jamal. But one of our bigs went 2 for 7. The other went 3 for 8 from the free throw line. So we dedicated ourselves to getting in the gym more. Sometimes as a coach, you got to recognize where your weaknesses are. And 2 of our overtime losses, missing free throws, impacted those. But maybe we weren't ready to make them then. But J1, when he started this 150 makes a night, and he did that every night. He did it Tuesday night because one of the grad assistants, part of his responsibilities is slide that under my door, and it better be under my door. So I get it up and look at it. Uzan was making 86%. He's up to 93 now. But we've been a pretty good free throw shooting team. Much more, not a great free throw shooting team, but certainly improved from last year. But you prepare for moments like this when everybody's watching, and those moments when nobody is. So shout out to J1. I'm just real proud of him.
Defensively in the second half too against Flag, he had some. It felt like some possessions where he really just frustrated Cooper Flag. J1 did.
Yeah, we didn't double him, and that allowed us to control the other guys. Normally we'll bring monsters or just bring random doubles. He had some tough shots. I mean, he's going to be the #1 pick in the draft. But I even when they weren't up 14, I thought we could play better, and so I was imploring our kids just to stay with it. And yeah, I brought up the Kansas game. I don't think I needed to. Our maturity on this team is pretty good.
You've seen almost everything in this. You've coached forever. Are you wowed by what just happened?
I haven't thought. He asked me a question about some random Duke statistic, and he asked me about that. I haven't thought about that yet. Coach, we're playing Monday night. I'm excited about that rather than looking back. I'm focused on looking forward. Now when it's over, I may look back and give you a different answer.
Coach, Judd was able to see
to J1 after the game. Did you have a message specifically for J1 after the game?
Yeah, keep shooting 150 a night. Got 2 more nights.
Judd, Coach,
is there a game in your career where you had a comeback maybe earlier in coaching career that kind of sticks with you in those moments and just reminds you of what's possible?
You know what, Myron, it's this year. Yeah. We won a game we had no business winning at Kansas. We're down 6 with I think 13 seconds left. Maybe a little more, but their point guard went to the line and missed 2 free. If he makes 1, the game's over. He misses 2. Emmanuel hits a 3. Next thing is a 3-point game. We do what we did tonight. We're pretty good with that little press we run. We don't do it a lot, but when we do it, we're pretty good at it. They tried to throw it into their big kid. Malik, who also got the steal tonight, tipped it, and he had enough self-awareness to back up, hit a 3. So we went from down 6, I think it was 79-73. Emmanuel banged a 3, Malik banged a 3 right before overtime, so it goes to overtime. Then we get in overtime, and I think we won by 7 or 8 or something like that.
Coach, if Judd was able to see you right now, what would he say? Because I'm sure he'd be proud.
Yeah, I'm sure I got a text from Tom. He would be proud. He might say you may want to sprinkle in a little zone, a little 2-3, and when they're pummeling you like they were, change your defenses up. But I wouldn't be here without Judd.
Thank you, bro.
That last question they asked him, Fluff, you're muted. That last question they asked him if he had any thoughts on Florida, and kept it short and sweet. So no, celebrate. So
I told, well, Andy, you weren't on here. I told you that he got some animosity with Duke. Where not animosity, that's the wrong word, but like he's like when he's like, yo, we're 35-4. Like, don't keep trying to make it seem like we didn't think we were gonna beat Duke. You know what I mean? Like he was kind of hinting towards like we do this ish. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, don't try to act like he was really giving. If you really listen, he was giving it to the reporter like when he was like, "Yo, they got 3 lottery picks," and now he's like, he was trying to be discreet, but he like, and
Well, we said that
well, we're
last show. You know,
yeah. Sometimes
someone
people
asked us
paint it.
about that. Well, Duke has NBA lottery picks and blah, blah, and I was like, okay, well, this ain't the NBA. So the Cougs, all I gotta do is beat them on Saturday, and that's what they did.
he was like, "We're
Next.
not apologizing. We're 35-4,"
Right.
and he said it like 3 times. He's like, "Yo, we're 35-4." I'm saying,
Yeah.
like, we're 35-4, guys. You know what I mean?
Most wins in program history, and we'll be 36-4 as it cap off this magical season. And when it happens, give credit to Dayon, who said, damn, what, October, whatever, when he put out in the universe that this year's team will win the chip. So he said it way back
Damn,
then.
D.
So, I mean, one more to get.
Hey, man, what the food like in San Antonio, man?
Hey, Fluff. Monday we having fried gator tail. Can you dig it?
Nah. No, I can't. And I said it like I was, hey, look. And I said it like I was from Texas. No. No, I cannot. Dig it.
Tell BB's Texas add that fried gator tail to the menu, man.
Fried gator. What? Man, if you don't take me get some crawfish and touffee, man, stop playing. I need some crawfish and touffee. That's what I need, bro. Do you know what that is, Andy?
You don't want no gator?
Crawfish. I don't know. I see. I need to try it touffee. I know what crawfish is. I have never had touffee.
You don't want you don't want no gator?
Hey, Chris, you never had crawfish and touffee?
Oh, no doubt. Sure I have, man. Yeah, but I'm
Damn.
adjusting right here. I'm adjusting.
You had that?
Have that adult beverage. That's what I'm gonna have.
Man, the
Shoot,
Riverwalk
probably
overrated. Take me somewhere, no disrespect. Take me somewhere like the Riverwalk got a lot of barbecue over there. You know what I'm saying?
it's probably a lot of Cougars right now. A lot of Houston Cougar fans that are at the Riverwalk right now. Probably maybe that
Brett
water
was
be a
at the
little bit
game.
more alcohol than water. Yeah,
Brett
Brett
said-
Yarmark was at the game.
No. This Brett was at the game.
Oh, Brett playing.
Best game I ever went to.
Oh, by
Oh, he a
far.
real
I
deal.
think. Shoot, I've been to many games. I think this is by far the craziest, most exciting. Now, it was a much more emotional investment. I was when the Final Four was in Houston 2 years ago, and San Diego State beat who they beat Florida Atlantic at the buzzer.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I saw that, but even then, again, this is more of an emotional aspect. But I would put this Houston comeback ahead of that. This was, in my opinion, the sheer
Elijah
excitement
Martin, Florida,
from it.
played
I
at Florida
mean,
Atlantic. So he'd been there before too. So,
hey,
oh yes. Has anybody checked on Wally Zerbiak? Because Wally Zerbiak said, I don't see how Houston can score enough points to beat Duke. And he was just adamant
Well,
about it.
Wally
Houston scored
Zerbiak,
70 and
you
Duke
could take
scored
that 10
67.
and your number 10. And you could take the 10 and a 10. You know what I'm saying? Please.
But
like Coach Sampson said, I think a week or two ago, they said, what's the biggest advantage for this team, and he said team.
Yep.
And that's what people don't realize about us
Team.
is that
But also,
we don't care who get the glory.
He's being,
Jawan said it too.
He's being modest, but we also we will also say, and head coach.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Right.
For sure.
The GOAT. One more win to submit.
And this team believes it. They've been saying it for a couple of months now. They just feel like there's something different.
Yep.
That Vegas event when they were 4-3, that adversity, that early season adversity, it was trial by fire, and it molded them into a very close-knit, tough group that they really know how to overcome and battle adversity.
And
remember, I said this: Malik Wilson will be a legendary head coach in college basketball when it's all said and done. That kid right there, that kid's mental toughness and selflessness is beyond anything I've ever seen in my life. That Malik is talented.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, he's a role player, but if he was at Memphis, or if he was at just somewhere
at
Tulane, right?
Yeah.
He getting about 15, 16 a game, easy.
Yeah.
So that shows you, like, there's levels to loving the game. Some people love to perform in basketball and, like, be successful. Then there's people who just really, I play with guys who, they're like, yo, I don't know if Chris remember him, but he's doing his thing in Houston right now as a high school coach, Charlie Jones.
Oh, yeah.
So this kid he had some
Skinny
talent.
Charlie Jones. Skinny Charlie Jones, yep.
He had some talent, but he wanted to play, but it was like he loved the game because he loved the game, not really what the game can do for him individually. And Malik he reminds me of him in a lot of ways of, like, he just want to win, bro. So I think, remember I told you guys that he's going to be a great coach someday because he can easily be somewhere else and be doing his thing and maybe lost in the second round and whatever. You know what I'm saying? But he's been doing it all year.
Yep.
Doing it all year.
I think, I mean, the more important thing is win the chip. But I think when the Cougs win Monday, that will be the 800th win in Coach Sampson's career.
Yeah.
Really?
He was at 798.
So he's at 799 right now. Yep.
Are you serious?
Yep. 800 in his
It's
career.
written. It's like this whole thing is like this is like this is unbelievable, man.
Not even you can't have a Hollywood script. Not even a Hollywood
script. How y'all hold that
can be
for
written
an
like that.
hour and 33 minutes?
I didn't think about it until like the last 5 minutes, and I wanted to check it.
It's been an hour and 33 minutes, and nobody said, "Yo, this is gonna be Calvin Sampson 800 win." Like, and then you just said it like,
all casual.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Because
what?
I mean, because what we're going to talk about is it being his first national championship. That's what's going to be the storyline. And then, oh, by the way, it also happens to be Coach Sampson's 800th win of his Hall of Fame
We'll talk
coach
about
career.
it off camera. We'll talk about it off camera. But he has a defensive tactic in his pocket for Florida that he kind of talked about. We'll talk. We're not giving nothing up on here. But I'm saying he has a tactic that he's gonna throw at Florida that they're not gonna be ready for.
Yes, Crabtree coach would be the oldest head coach to win the chip at 69. He would be. Yes, well, he will be. Excuse me. I'm just talking everything into existence like Dayon has taught me to do. I'm just putting everything into existence. And we talked about this. I don't know if it's off camera, But
Nah,
I
he's trying to
think
get the
on
next.
show
Trying to
he
get it
coming
next
back.
He'll
year.
be back.
Yeah, he coming back.
He'll be back.
Yeah.
And he's hinted at it. Like he said, it's been nuggets here and there, right? He says, eventually one day when he's ready to retire, he'll be ready to go. But he said, time's not yet, not here yet.
Oh yeah, hell, he told us,
So,
was it Tuesday? He kind of slipped it in the conversation to all the media that he has a lifetime contract at UH, and he'll know when to step down. It's not time. It's not time yet for him to step down. So he's not going anywhere.
How old
And
is Patino?
that's a good question. I don't know. I mean, I know Rick Barnes is older than
let me
Coach
look it up
Sampson.
real quick.
That's all I know. That's it. But man, yeah. Hell of a win. Hell of a win. One more to go.
72. Rick Pitino, 72.
Really? He really?
Yep.
Wow.
That's what Google says.
Damn.
Born September 18th, 1952.
How about
So
that?
this is the thing, right? This is the thing, right? Is the team is so close knit that it can only be somebody around the team to take over the team. But I think Sampson is so competitive that if he wins this one, it's almost like an addiction. He'll be chasing the next one if he gets this one.
Oh, for sure.
When he gets this one. When
Yeah,
he
for
gets
sure.
this one, for sure he won about, we say back to back, but I think he won about 2 or 3 more right quick because Krzyzewski got 5. If he could beat out Izzo and he could beat out some of these guys with like Boeheim and some of these guys that got 1 that are legendary, that puts him in another, in another category.
Yep. I just sent this.
Yeah, you just sent it.
The text about that.
Sacco.
Yep. Got that
Carlitos.
about 2 days ago. That was sent to me about big fella.
A true big man.
And he's a veteran big man. We believe the Cougs will need on next year's team is a veteran big man. Because, Chris Senac and JoJo, young, athletic bigs, but you need someone, a little older vet to help. He's not going to put up big numbers. He won't have to, but 6'11", 230, take up some space, physical presence on defense. And he's a Cougar in the sense of, I think the staff sought him out because they believe he fits the culture that has been established here. And we say it, I mean, it's ingrained in us. Coach Sampson says it, the players say it. We hear it from them all the time. The culture. It's the culture of the program. It's the culture. If you don't believe in that culture, you're not going to be a Houston Cougar. Period. You might be have more skills, but if you don't surrender yourself to this program, you will not be a Houston Cougar. And this year's team, these guys have bought in, and they are 1 win away from making history for the University of Houston. And all of us on this show are hyped up for it and looking forward to them cutting down the nets Monday night. Yo, man, it's past my bedtime up here, man.
Oh, where'd Fluff go? I was going to ask you last thing real quick as we wrap things down, but just first initial thoughts on Florida, how you guys feel Houston matches up, and just what's it going to take?
Walter Clayton,
Elijah
Martin, and Thomas Houck.
They showed their adversity, too. They were down 7 at halftime to Auburn.
Oh, yeah, I mean, Florida's come from behind, 2 or 3 times this tournament.
Yeah, Texas
so,
Tech.
Yeah, should be a hell of a game.
And I think, Clayton, arguably the hottest player right now.
And I'm just make Clayton work for everything he gets and limit everybody else.
Yeah, I just think we got to be who we've been all year.
Yep.
That'll get it done.
Play Cougar basketball, rebound, cut down on turnovers. Some of the turnovers tonight, Saturday night in the first half were uncharacteristic of the Cougs. but just play Cougar basketball, and that should be enough to win the first national championship in the program, in the history of the program. Fluff, what do you think will be a key to winning Monday?
I think getting off to a good start. Like D said earlier about putting the right guy on Clayton in the beginning, which I think is Emmanuel. Um, I think that's going to be key to kind of slowing him down and not really giving him a rhythm early in the game, and also boxing out, controlling their second chance points. You know what I'm saying? Controlling the glass defensively, and not letting them get offensive rebounds and getting second opportunities. Also, I think that um, Crier and Emmanuel, Ooze is the facilitator. Not saying he doesn't score, he does, but Crier and Emmanuel having big offensive games, 15 to 20 points um, each from them would be solidifying, us cutting the net down. Also, just staying out of foul trouble. Jojo,
Yeah, Jojo was in foul trouble. Milos
yeah,
was in foul trouble tonight.
JoJo was in foul trouble, and then Francis gets in the game and gets a quick one. So it's like just us staying out of foul trouble and just being able to have our guys on the floor. Also, I think Malik needs maybe a couple more minutes, and in the first half to even get a rhythm for some of the things that he did in the second half of this game, just energy wise. Um, and I think that we'll be in good shape to get what we deserve.
That's gonna wrap it up, Andy. We good?
Yep, that's pretty much gonna do it. It's 1 a.m. It doesn't feel like 1 a.m. That
Because you're on cloud 9, brother. That's why.
that it's okay. That adrenaline rush. Hopefully it gets topped on Monday. But the last thing I'll say, once again, Let's Rage Coops presented by the Sextinian family. Big thank you to first every single person that's taking the time out of their now Sunday morning to join us on this edition of Let's Rage Coogs, taking the time to comment. I had I ran into a person at the Alamo Dome that recognized and helped take a sweet photo. That they had the flags of each school, made the Final Four right outside the Alamo. So that was a cool moment earlier today. But just a big thank you to everyone that's taken the time, support, watched, commented in any way, shape, or form. And of course, we'd like to say thank you to Steve Sextinian for being a primary sponsor of this edition of LRC. We got one show left. That's Monday night. Hopefully it's a historic Let's Rage Coogs. Big thank you to Star Pizza with 3 locations throughout the Houston area. Star Pizza is your go-to stop before or after the game. Check them out online at starpizza.net, on social media at Star Pizza HOU on X, Star Pizza Houston, Texas on Instagram. BB's the home of Tex Orland's Cooking. Of course, like we touched on it earlier, it's crawfish season. So if you're still in Houston, visit any one of their Houston area locations, which are scattered throughout the Houston area. And they want you to stop by and ask for the 5-pound mound. Visit them online at bbstexorleans.com to see which one is closest to you. And of course, last but not least, a big thank you to the comment section sponsor of this edition of Let's Rage Coogs. Give me a second to put it on the screen, but the Pinto Leon Law Firm, the immigration law experts. Make sure if you are in need of their service or want to contact them, do so at pintoleon.com or call them at 713-338-2879. We have one more show. We'll be back on Monday night. Shoot, it might be Tuesday.
No, we're not. Yeah, who knows, brother?
By the time we get on the
when
air,
that show gonna happen.
But whenever we hop on, shoot it. I might just hit live and we'll go, and I'll just the whole show will be me following you and seeing the confetti and all the different things. But whenever we go live Monday, join us for the conclusion of the 24-25 basketball season, which has been phenomenal, amazing, and awesome. Kris, toss it over to you.
Yeah, I mean, you might go live, and we might have just be the raw, uncut version of Let's Rage Cougs, and I'm letting words adult words fly after we win, because I'll be truly just saying LF and G a whole lot. While, for me and Fluff high fiving, and I'm gonna be crying and all that great stuff too. But salute to Fluff, Andy, great work getting the interviews and footage from the locker room. To Dayon, to Michael Bradshaw, thank you for glad you enjoyed the show. We're going to do it Monday or Tuesday morning or whatever. Then we're going to do it for football season as well. Spread the word about the Lesser Rage Cougs post-game show, the original post-game show for Houston basketball and football. 5 down, 1 to go, or really 39 down, 1 to go. One more win to get the first championship in school history. Subscribe to Paul Sama Jam on YouTube. Subscribe to the Houston Round Bar Review on YouTube. Hit that like button. Tell your friends about the show. Bring a friend to tune in after we win the chip.
Come back Monday. Come back Monday.
And watch and
then
celebrate
come back
with us.
September.
And
Or
we're
August, I
onward
guess.
and upward. Thank you, everybody, for your support. Last thing to say about the Houston Round Ball Review. Since 1994, the Houston Round Ball Review. Local name, global perspective.
Fluff, you're up.
Who? Me?
Yes, sir.
I just want to say, man, glad to be a part of this run that we've had on Let's Raise Coogs. It's been a magical season. Shouts to Dayon for reaching out and getting me to be a part of this thing of me and these three great brothers that I've grown to have a great relationship with. That has been amazing and therapeutic to be able to talk about my alma mater. A lot of people don't get that opportunity. There's many guys at the games and whatever that don't get to really talk about it, and they kind of just cheer. So I'm thankful for that. Thankful for all the legends and all the alumni before this moment, because without the bricks being built, the building wouldn't be where it is. So let's please, the Michael Youngs, the Otis Bowler songs, the Elvin Hayes, the Akeem Olajuwon, Clyde Drexler, all these guys, Rob Williams, Alvin Williams, all these guys that, put the bricks, went brick by brick to build this building that we all love of a university, as far as us having this basketball legacy and history. That's what Monday night is about, finishing. And, all of us as alumni, I knew from the first day I stepped on campus that this place is just special, and there's something different about our university and our campus. And to see where it is today is amazing. But this right here is gonna bring us to a way different space. Some schools that are considered the best schools, or whatever you want to say, they only got 2 and 3, 4. Mike Krzyzewski has 5. So it's like, for us to get this one right here will be monumental for our university. I just want to say I'm glad to be a part of it, and a proud alumni. That's all.
Man, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to Monday. I mean, it's here. That's what we've been thinking about. Like Fluff just said, that's what players been playing for year in, year out, staying with the program, whether they playing or not. Coach, what better moment would it be to get his 800th win, his first national title? Man, I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. I'm ready to fry up some gator and have some fried gator tail, man. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm very excited. I'm confident. It's just written. It's like it's destined, and so I'm looking forward to it, man. Of course, let's go Coogs, man. Go.
Well, that's it. That's going to do it. The last thing I was going to add, just make sure you stay tuned tomorrow. Well, now, Sunday morning, we'll have coverage of the Houston Cougars. They'll be right back at the Alamo Dome doing press conferences. They prepare for Florida. And then, of course, Monday night, everything that happens, be sure to join us for either Monday night or Tuesday, whenever the heck that show is on Monday. But big thank you again. Like Dayon said, we'll end it with Go Coogs from the Alamo Dome.